Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be recapping the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns game where the Cleveland Browns were defeated 28-3. Now, me, obviously, as a Browns fan, I'm giving you my Browns fan POV of kind of my emotions as the game went on. And then I have a couple points that we're going to go over from the defense to the offense, especially the offense, especially that what just happened with this quarterback play. DESHAUN Watson didn't play, so thompson-robinson had to play. And let's just say all those people out there that were, I guess you could say, DESHAUN Watson haters, that one, DESHAUN Watson gone. Let's play DTR. He looked good in the preseason. Let's play him the rest of the regular season. Yeah, I don't hear them anymore. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this. So if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you do drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, I don't know how long this is gonna take, but when I say I got notes, I got notes. Starting off with number one, DTR, thompson-robinson. He had to play in this game because DESHAUN Watson, he had a stinger in his throwing shoulder. He was not able to play. It was known throughout the week that thompson-robinson might have to start, but a couple of days ago, then Friday night, Saturday night, DESHAUN Watson was very adamant about, I'm going to play, I'll be fine, I'll be good. But then at the very beginning of the game, we saw DESHAUN Watson, his trainer, his quarterback coach, Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, Andrew Berry, the general manager. Everybody was all out there, even the offensive coordinator, Alex Van Pelt. They were all out there right around DESHAUN talking to him on the field before the game happened, and you could just tell it wasn't looking good. DESHAUN was trying to throw the ball. He was barely throwing the ball anywhere from 5 to 10 yards, and he was like kind of rubbing the shoulder. You could tell he just was not going to be able to play through the whole game. So at that moment, we knew, okay, DTR, it's your moment. Don't fuck it up, because last time I checked, you got to do good to actually fuck up. He didn't even start doing good. Now to kind of take you through my emotions through the game. First quarter, that first drive, he looked good. He looked like he was kind of fluently going through his progression, figuring out where the ball needed to go. If he needed to check it down, he checked it down. But then it was like right after that first and second drive, everything just went from, okay, DTR, okay, you look good, you look good. Hey, this guy's he's pretty good. And then, boom, interception. Was it his fault? Yes, it was his fault. People are going to try to say, well, it was tipped up way in the air. Everybody kind of had a shot to catch that ball. Ravens just got lucky. He threw the ball into triple coverage. There is 2 defenders there. He didn't even throw it like at least on line with his receiver. He threw it behind his receiver. His receiver looked like he was trying to like reach back for, I think it was Peoples-Jones that he was trying to throw to. And Peoples-Jones looked like he was like trying to reach back and get it. The ball got smacked up. It got picked. And then the tackling. Oh my God, the tackling. I realize offense, you're not made to tackle. But try and tackle a little bit better. If he would have just been touched back there or somebody ripped to the ground, at worst case scenario, maybe they get the ball at the 50. The defense was playing good the past few weeks. You can stop them by getting up there around the 50. But no, they don't tackle them. He takes off running down the field. They get the ball at the 10-yard line. And Lamar, I mean, you give the ball to Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore offense at the 10-yard line, first and goal. Yeah, he's just going to walk right in. And that's exactly what they did. Took him 4 seconds, walked right into the end zone. Now, staying on DTR for a moment. Do I think DTR has the skill set to kind of get better, turn into a better quarterback? I do. It's just a couple of things that went wrong for him here. Number one, it's not like a build up to where like, okay, you're going to start this week. Almost like if DESHAUN Watson was hurt in this game very badly and then they play next week and it was like, okay, DTR, or okay, Dorian, you have a whole week. We're giving you every single mental and physical rep throughout this entire week. There's no backup. It's you. You are the guy. And for anybody saying, well, he had the physical reps all week long, DESHAUN was just kind of standing by. He was going through the mental processing of it. Yes, but in that case, DTR didn't really think if he was going to start or not. He still had it in the back of his mind like, okay, I think DESHAUN will be fine. I think DESHAUN will still play. But when the news breaks less than like 2 hours before the game that, Dorian, you're starting, I'm sure his jaw just hit the floor and was like, huh? Now, the thing with Dorian Thompson-Robinson that I want to talk about, coaching. I feel like there was a lot of coaching that could have been done to help him get better. We've seen Kevin Stefanski with the quarterbacks that he's had in the past. Kirk Cousins, he made him into an average quarterback, but got the job done. Baker Mayfield, he took him, got the job done, got him to the playoffs. Now, I know that second year with Baker Mayfield was not that good because he had the shoulder injury. He was not able to play good with the injury. Then, DESHAUN Watson was suspended for 11 games. He had Jacoby Brissett. What did Jacoby Brissett do? Yeah, they were 3-5 or 3-6 or something like that, 4-6, I think, whenever DESHAUN Watson came back. But Jacoby Brissett, when it comes to the statistics, yards, QBR, completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio, I'm pretty sure he was top 10 in everything. And then now with DESHAUN Watson, we were able to transform this offense from last year to this year to where now the offense runs through DESHAUN what was it like last week against the Titans? When he's making the decisions and he didn't really have to think about forcing Chubb the ball, didn't really have to worry about the run game that much, and he could just play freely and do his thing. He put up 24, 27 points against the Titans and made it look easy. And I think in this game, DeShaun and DTR, they have similar play styles. They can run around, they can do the read option. It just feels like DeShaun has been in the NFL for many years now. He understands how corners and linebackers and how adjustments need to be made when you're looking at a defense and how you need to adjust your offense. For DTR, first game, this was not the game you want to start in. You have a Ravens defense who, it's a rivalry game. The Ravens defense has always been good. It didn't matter if it was Harbaugh or any other coach. Ravens always have a good defense. And with all the chirping and the talking coming into this week, it would have been better if it was DeShaun out there, because DeShaun, he likes to talk back. And the whole, we're coming in there to beat y'all's asses in front of your wives and kids. DeShaun was ready to back that up and try to actually beat them. DTR, he's not really ready for all that yet. He's still trying to learn how to play quarterback in the NFL. And last thing with DTR, like I said, it seemed like he just was very confused the entire game. The quote that I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying is, seeing ghosts. He's seeing ghosts out there. It seems like he's not trusting his offensive line, which that will segue me to my next point in just a moment. The offensive line was not good. That offensive line was just getting bullied. They were getting pushed around. Clowney, I think I heard somebody saying he was laughing every single rep because he was just moving through our offensive line. Clowney used to play for the Browns for the past 2 years. In this game, he plays for the Ravens now. So he was out there just laughing. He wanted this win badly. Pochik, the center for the Browns, he went down, I believe, in the third quarter, second quarter, somewhere in there. Nick Harris had to come in. He did not fill in well. Not really much to say there when it comes to the offensive line, other than they just did not hold up on their own. But then when it comes to DTR, like I said, seeing ghosts, offensive line bad. But when it comes to the throws he was making, at times it seemed like he had reads open. Like it might have been like something like a simple, you have an under, you have a slant, and you have an out. You got to make the right read. He was not making the right read. And when I say he wasn't making the right read, it would be as simple as, it's 3rd and 4. You need just 4 yards, obviously. You have a slant coming across the screen, or maybe you have like the check down. Just give it to your running back. Give it to maybe like a simple little underneath Peoples-Jones or Elijah Moore. Let them go get the first down. But instead, he's looking for like the big Cooper or Cedric Tillman. Peoples-Jones going downfield. He's looking for the big shot, which there's nothing wrong with that if it's open. And also, when the under routes are open, take them. It just seemed like the entire game he was looking for that deep shot. 1, you don't do that when your offensive line is not holding up. 2, you don't do that when it's basically your first day on the job. Next thing I want to kind of discuss is the injuries. I discussed it earlier with the Ethan Pochik, I don't even know how to pronounce the dude's name, but the center that went down for the Cleveland Browns. He went down, he went back in the locker room. I believe it's a chest injury is what they were saying. Zadarius Smith, he went down celebrating a celebration, I think. That I don't understand, but I think it's fine. He came back into the game. He was playing the rest of the game. And then I saw something about Anthony Walker went down. I don't know how accurate that is. They said he went down. Hopefully he's okay. Next thing. Flags. This was a small thing I wanted to discuss. The flags, it seemed like we're not staying consistent. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but it seemed like for both teams, both the Browns and the Ravens, the refs were not calling fair. It'd be like Myles Garrett's trying to rush Lamar Jackson. Ravens could hold the shit at him. No flag. But when the Ravens would try to rush Dorian Thompson-Robinson, if the Browns would barely even put their hands on the Ravens jersey, holding, flag. But in the same breath, the Ravens could end up going for a deep shot. Browns corner could be all over the Ravens receiver. No flag. But then for the Brown side, we might, it was kind of back and forth. Neither team was getting the advantage. It was like stupid flags for both teams. Last thing I want to kind of talk about with the offense. Why were we not sticking with the run game? Because I said this a couple of times on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, link in the description. I kind of tweet out my emotions kind of as the game's going on. It felt like as the game was going on, we run the ball on first down, get 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, and then we just start throwing it, incomplete pass, throw it again, incomplete pass, punt. Why are we not running the ball again? Because there was a couple of times there in the third quarter, we came out, run the ball, 7 yards, 2nd and 3, run the ball again. Hey, first down, run the ball again, 2nd and 5. What do you know? But then it was like the second we start throwing the ball again, incomplete. Oh, hey, look, it's a catch. But guess what? Not by us. Interception. Now I get it. Kevin Stefanski, one of the big things he likes to do with his offense, read options, play actions. That's what he likes to do. But in order to do that, you gotta run the ball. Because if you're not running the ball for shit, you go up there with Dorian Thompson-Robinson and you go like, ooh, fake handoffs, drop back, then throw it. They're not gonna bite on the run. They're just automatically gonna get back, and there's no point in Dorian Thompson-Robinson even faking any sort of handoff. Now moving on to the last thing, the defense. The defense coming into this game was supposed to be the #1 ranked defense. Now, don't get me wrong. They played good today. They played good. Here's my problem with kind of what happened. And I think this is what happened. You might say I'm stupid or think that this is bullshit. They will even deny it as well. But I think deep down inside, this kind of happened. Coming into this game, they were saying, okay, we can shut down the Ravens. We can hold them to maybe like 10, 14 points, maybe 17 at most. But when they saw DTR playing in that first quarter and then the second quarter, I'm thinking that defense immediately knew, yeah, we're not winning this game. They saw him throwing the ball. They saw the 2 interceptions. They saw just like the inaccuracy, the weird throwing. We were not running the ball, and the defense just was like, why are we even trying? Why? I mean, there at the end of the second half, they got a turnover on downs. Was it like 7-3, 14-3? They got the turnover. Myles Garrett or somebody, I forget who it was, they got the turnover on downs. The ball was in the Browns' hand. What did they do? They go a total of 6 yards at most, and they're punting immediately. If we look at the Ravens chart for kind of how they did in this game, they did good. The offense did good. Why did they do good? Because look at the Browns' offense. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Maybe like 4 or 5 plays. Maybe like 6 plays. 3 and out, 3 and out. Interceptions. At that pace, you're gassing your defense. Your defense has no time to rest. Now, why do I say that? Because look at the way we played in the last couple of games. We were getting either turnovers or we were getting 3 and outs on our defense. And then whether Deshaun Watson in this Browns offense was able to score or not, we were at least taking 6, 7, 8, 9 plays, getting a few first downs, getting at least maybe 20, 30 yards, punting, pinning them in deep inside their maybe like 15, 10-yard line, and giving the Browns defense at least a chance to go sit down, review what they just did, understand what the other team's offense is doing, and kind of re-energize themselves. With this game, it felt like they would get a sack. Oh, congratulations, guys. 4th down. Let's go back over to the bench. Let's chill out for a little bit. By the time they jogged over there and sat down, it was like, oh, man, great drive, guys. Wait, we're already back in? Oh, good God. It's like they're already back in there. And it's like I said earlier, it just felt like this Browns defense, at one point, yes, they were playing good. They were high-flying. They got some turnovers, like I said. They were making moves. They were shutting down the Ravens on 3rd down, shutting down the run a good bit. But by the time the second quarter, late second quarter hit, halftime, 3rd quarter was coming around, this Browns offense was still not doing anything. They just shut down. I mean, in that moment, you want to say, keep fighting, guys. You got this. Well, here's the thing. If the Ravens are also going to go in conservative mode, especially being up 21-3, they're just going to stop chucking the ball way downfield, and they're not going to be running the ball all like crazy. They're going to tell their backs, keep the ball tight, safe throws, no interceptions. Let's just get out of here. That seemed like that's what the Ravens did. Safe throws. If they threw the ball downfield, it was because the guy was wide open. The running backs, every single time they ran it, you watched them, they had 2 hands on the ball. They were not fumbling that ball. So for any of you saying, well, defense should have tried harder, the defense is already playing pretty damn well. Like, there was nothing else they could do. Sure, could they have made a couple more stops? Yeah. But did you look at the stat line? Dorian Thompson-Robinson threw 3 interceptions. What are they supposed to do? I'm going to wrap up talking about the defense with this. If Deshaun Watson was playing, realistically, the Browns could have won this game. I know I'm probably just talking stupid right there, but think of it like this. If Deshaun Watson's out there and you're giving the defense a chance to rest, offense can get some points on the board, they could have realistically won this game 24-20. But with Deshaun Watson not being out there, a lot of 3 and outs, defense felt like they had no shot, so they gave up. Offense wasn't doing anything, and it was a wrap. I will say this. Special teams played pretty good. Dustin Hopkins, you made your field goal, and the punter, Bojorquez, I mean, you punted pretty good. We saw a lot of him today. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. With the whole Cleveland Browns recap, what I'm going to say is this. Going into the bye week, you're 2-2. Steelers, I believe, also took a loss. 2-2 for them. Ravens are now 3-1. Bengals took an ugly loss against the Titans. They're 1-3. You have a bye week going in. Deshaun Watson, going to heal that shoulder up. But you got the 49ers afterwards. That is like almost like the game of the year. You don't win that game, you're 2-3. I realized the 49ers, I think last year, they were 2-3. They went on to the NFC title game. Anything can happen, but last time I checked, these are the Browns. We are not made to be making comebacks like that. Can they? That remains to be seen. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. As always with these videos that I do post here, if you wanted to enjoy, make sure you do drop a like. It's always much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of the video and you had an opinion, or maybe I left a detail out of the entire game that you wanted to leave your opinion on, leave it down in the comment section down below. If maybe you're a Cleveland Browns fan, Baltimore fan, leave your opinion on kind of how the whole game went, and leave it down there in the comments. If you're brand new to the channel and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so if you're a Cleveland Browns fan and you want to stay up to date with all sorts of Cleveland Browns kind of content and watch my game reactions every single week, whether I'm happy or sad, hit that big red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.